Hey folks, Lester, Jamie, and BamBam here. And we shared some really good news about Mr. Huck recently and how much better he's doing since his vet visit. But unfortunately, the same cannot be said for Mr. BamBam.
Poor baby.
He is still struggling. It's been 3 or 4 days since we've had his vet visit and his little procedure done. But he is still really struggling when he's trying to urinate. And so today we're going to put him to a little quarantine area where we can keep a lot closer eye on him. And we're going to have to administer orally some stuff the vet sent with us. So we're going to see how that goes. But y'all keep him in your prayers because he's not feeling real good.
So the vet sent ammonium chloride. Now, the first couple times we put it in his food, and we're just not sure that he's truly eating it because we haven't quarantined him like this.
And everyone shares food around here, unfortunately.
That's
So
true.
we don't know which of our animals are getting the ammonium chloride.
So she told me a second way to do it was to do something called drench him with it. Now, drenching a goat is different than what you probably think of as drenching. It's not like
We're not going to
pour it on his
spray him
back.
down, folks.
No. So we're actually going to put it in water, and then we're going to put it down his throat.
All right, we'll do it.
All right, so he gets 3 grams, and I did the conversion online.
How many times a day is this?
Twice a day.
He gets 3 grams twice a day.
So it's about that. And we're not perfect, so it's
Close
okay.
enough.
We're not going to overdo it. I know that. So this was probably going to be 3 different syringes full of this. So
And we're going to go right down his throat with this.
we are.
Need me to hold him, or can you do it?
No, so of course I watched some YouTube videos. Finish eating. Oh, he's really hungry right now. Sorry, buddy. I have to take that away from you. Can have it back in a minute.
We have a little bit of Timothy grass here. Since he won't be able to forage out in the pastures, we're going to have to bring him some roughage. There you go. Sometimes it seems, you don't let him lose it. There you go. It seemed a little rough, folks, but it's kind of like when you have to give your kid medication. Sometimes you gotta, we don't appear to be the world's best parents here, do we? Baby, I think he's spitting everything you're putting in his throat right back up. You got to go deeper, love.
I know. But
Want me to do it?
no, he's just mad at me.
I know. He was like, I was eating.
Isn't this how it always goes though? Mom gets to be the bad guy, takes the kids to the doctor.
Yeah, and then I'm going to love him when you're done.
Yeah.
So I'll earn some points. You got to get down in there.
I'm trying. He's got a clench on his mouth.
There you go. Now do it. So it has to go straight down.
Yeah.
He spit most of that back out,
It
too.
wasn't most, but it was some. All right, you try the next
Let me
one.
try the next one. I'm sorry, buddy. Hey, I thought you said it wasn't a drenching. He's soaking wet.
He's not. I am.
I'm going to let gravity help me a little bit. I am going to come up.
Yeah, let's see the pro here.
Okay. Just watch the pro here. Now, he is clenching his mouth, but I'm going to go down far enough.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be done. I
Way
just felt
down
bad.
there. So he has no choice but to swallow it. Now, I'm not squeezing his mouth. Nope, you swallow it. Swallow it. Darn it. I was trying to be perfect. And I got a little bit on me, too.
We got one more to do there,
All right, one more.
Mr. Perfect. Sorry, buddy. But anyway, that's what I was saying is ammonium chloride provides the right pH balance to his body to be able to get rid of the stones or prevent stones. Even though we had a procedure done to cut off the tip of his thing, he still has some stones. You can tell because he still cries whenever he pees.
Okay, you're good.
All right, buddy.
Can we still go ahead and sprinkle a little bit in his food?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. You're so mad at Daddy and Mama.
Absolutely. We will still put some in his food. Because I know that didn't all go in. And it has a very bitter taste.
How do you know that?
I read it, and people talk about it. You know?
How much goes into his food?
I would just put 1 teaspoon in, since he already had
That
it.
much?
No, level it out. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Here, Bam Bam. Back to eating. Now he's like, I'm mad. I ain't
Yeah,
eating
he's
your food.
mad. He's mad. He can go in there and cry now. Sulk.
Well, he's peeing.
Okay, so this is the spot, the little area. This used to be Jamie's chicken coop. And then once the chicks were old enough to move out, we made it our little duck and goose coop. And now that they have moved out,
It really has become the quarantine.
this became Pig Trudy's hangout for those 5 to 7 days, however long she was in here.
Yeah.
She found her way out at some point. And now we're going to have to make this Mr. Huck's.
BamBam.
Oh yeah, Mr. BamBam's place. He's eating the food that has
He's smelling it. He knows.
Yeah, he knows it's on there, but that's okay. We're going to leave him in here, and hopefully through the course of the day, he'll eat the rest of that, and then we'll know that we can. We probably should have put a lot less food so we would know.
I was thinking that. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of green for him when he's not supposed to have green.
Yeah, well, darn it, James. You know what? I was just not thinking about that. I didn't think about that. In my mind, I was thinking he's going to be here for a few days, and I didn't think it was probably... I know. So
he's peeing, that's why he's screaming.
Did you hear what's going on here? He's really struggling to pee, folks, and he makes up that little holler, and it just breaks my heart to know that he's having a hard time. Now, the vet did say if this does not work, oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I know it seems painful. The vet said if this does not work, Jamie, tell me exactly. Because from what I understood, she can cut some more stuff off, and then she even said they can put something that comes out of his side.
Yeah, so what they would do is basically form a catheter on his side. So next step would be to cut more of the tip off. So that would be painful as well, but hopefully that would help. And if that doesn't work, then they would have to put I forget exactly what it's called, but it's basically a catheter that comes out his side to drain his bladder completely. And that would have to be there for several days.
All right, Big Thicket ladies, our amazing go-tos. If you're watching this, we may have to come see y'all again next week. Let's just go the weekend here and see how this goes. And
he is still peeing, so I mean that is good news, but it definitely hurts him still. Yeah,
if he's still doing this by Monday, we'll call and set up a visit. All right, folks, say your prayers for BamBam.